Okay, folks, today I am here with Angie Cole. Angie, say hello to everybody.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. So
Thanks for
tell
having me.
everybody where you're from and what do you do and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much from Raleigh, North Carolina, and currently, I am the team owner leader of Agarwal Realty, independent, franchise as well, but we operate as a team.
Good. Love that. So I didn't know that you were independent. So hats off to you. I'm pretty
Thank
much an
you.
independent too. So it
Yep,
keeps it
yep,
fun, right?
exactly. Yeah, we made the transition back in July of 2016. So it's been a while now.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
How, how long have you been, where have you been in real estate for?
Yeah, so I actually obtained my license back in 2007. So I've been an agent for quite some time now. But
Cool.
it took a while to get up and get going. And I did the whole new construction route, did that for about 2.5 years. And after that, transitioned and joined a team, joined another team, and then eventually kind of felt, I guess moved and kind of pushed out to start my own thing. So yeah.
And what's your own thing look like now?
Yeah. So I ended up starting my own team, Acol Realty, in October of 2013. And slow start, but we've been I guess really just, bringing on great opportunities and wonderful people to our organization. So our team now, there's right over 50 people. So we have about 43 agents, I guess right over 51. We have 9 leadership roles. I personally am no longer in production, stepped out in June of 2020.
Congratulations. How was that stepping out?
Wonderful. No, I honestly I tried to make the transition probably a year or two prior to that 2020 year. And I guess I just didn't have the right people in the spots, and maybe I just didn't have the correct leverage and I guess key players to make that transition. And honestly, I saw the business numbers kind of go and kind of start to decline. And so I know that I needed to then jump back in, but ended up getting pregnant with twins. And I knew very quickly that with twins and at that time another kid under 3 and then a 14-year-old, there was no possibility or no way that I could be actively out there in the field on the evenings and weekends. And so I was kind of pushed to make that transition, which I was super excited about. And at that point though, we had just an amazing group of agents and team members that I was able to make the move. And honestly, by like really just loving on my team and just giving back to them, it only just took their business up. So it was a great move. I love it. I do. I mean, here and there I do miss the listing presentations, though, I do have to say it's fun.
Right?
The
It's
sales
kind
are a
of
little
hard to,
bit fun, right?
yeah. So a $2 million listing calls you today and said, Angie, I really want you to sell my house.
Nope, we'll not do it.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
good for
Yeah,
you.
I mean, we've even given away, like, I mean, for example, my husband's in he manages like medical device sales, and he knows a lot of amazing reps and stuff, and even his friends from like where he grew up in Chicago that are moving into our area. And I mean, we recently I handed off. They've now just closed at upwards of a $3 million buy side to like our lead agent. And we hand off, it doesn't matter if they're my best friend, their family member, whatever, we hand it off. So I know
Wow.
there's that, but then on the other hand, there's, it's like, man, that sucks. But on the other hand, it is nice knowing like, hey, like the company is getting this, portion of this check for doing absolutely nothing. So, I mean, there's, pros and cons out of it.
Yes. You know, I try sometimes. And every time I try, I regret it.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like I had somebody want to sell, and I was like, oh, I got this one. I got this one. And I don't have it anymore. So I really like
Yeah.
need to give it away too. I don't know. Yeah. It was right down the
Yeah.
street from my house.
Yeah, I think from a monetary standpoint, it's that sucks. But again, like the client I was just talking about, I mean, our agent, I mean, he was there every single Monday doing video tours for them because they pretty much built this home, which was a year-long process, and you know, in another state. And I mean, he was actively involved. So when all boils down, it's like, okay, well, he was out there doing a tour. I was able to be on the beach or, wherever I wanted to be in the moment, and I wasn't tied to the client. So I do like my role better now with just
I think that
on the
that's
back
so
end and
cool.
managing.
Yeah, that's so cool too, because when you opened a independent brokerage and have grown this business while having three babies and
Yeah.
and another kid too. So like my hat's off to you, man.
Thank
That's really
you.
something. What do you think was for all the maybe mother listeners who are saying, damn, how the hell did she do that? What's some quick advice you think there?
Yeah. Quick advice. I mean, leverage. I mean, I think everyone always talks about a little bit about leverage, but I mean, my kids go to daycare, right? And I'm all about it. And I take full advantage of the hour that they open up to the hour that they close, you know? So, I mean, it's okay to allow others to help, you know? But beyond even like daycare, I mean, for example, my husband and I, we still have fun lives. Like, you know, we have our season state football tickets, you know,
Cool.
you know, we're doing things, right? So we're okay to call in the sitters, you know, call in the babysitters and just ask for help when it's needed. So I think that, you know, leverage pieces too, but also just, you know, getting the right people in your team. I know my husband, he travels for work here and there, and he was out of town. And of course, every single kid in our family got sick, and I need to take one to the doctor, one was at home, you know, and I was actually able to call my team members and like two ladies that have been with our team forever and say, hey, can one of y'all please help me come watch my sick kid for me? So not only are they amazing within the team, the business, but I mean, they've truly become like family and friends. And, you know, just having a true team that you really can depend on, whether it's like professional, personal life. So, I mean, that's been huge for me.
There were two agents that you were able to call to come and help, or two
Well, like
administrators?
I mean, I could have called probably a million people on our team, but you know, like two immediately I was able to call like our director of ops and then, you know, another team member who's, you know, she's our closing coordinator slash like executive admin. But I mean, there could have been so many other people I could reach out to, but it's like you have that
And you
comfort
trust them
level that
enough.
they truly care about each other. So yeah,
I met your director of ops. Was that
you
Jamie?
did, Jamie. Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are a terrific team, man. I was really impressed by you guys. I was happy to do this and learn more. So you got
yeah,
about 40 something agents.
yep.
Um, do you guys do leads? Is it mostly like what is like the core of your business?
Sure. Yeah, we do heavily invest in team generated leads. You know, I mean, we're currently spending upwards of almost 40,000 a month in team leads. And, you know, yeah. So you know, but, you know, we know our numbers. We're profitable, right? And we make sure that, hey, is this lead working or not? And if it's not, we're dumping it. We move on to another lead source. So, you know, I would say from our team, you know, team generated leads, the business coming in is probably about 65% is like new business. And then we have, you know, repeat business and past client referrals because we love on them. And then this year, our team has really done a great job with Agent Sphere and really working that. But I mean, we don't have any expectation of Agent Sphere. There's some agents that 100% of their business is team generated, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, there's so many opportunities that exist, but yeah, we you know, we do all the things, realtor.com, Zillow, Google, local ads, pay-per-click, social media, radio, you know, we do it all.
Radio too?
Yeah. We've been doing radio for, goodness, probably about 5 years now or so. So we have a hour-long segment on Saturdays on the talk show radio here locally.
Oh, cool. So that must be a decent source for listings. What do you get? 2 to 4 listings a month off that?
You know, I don't know about you, but I have trouble really tracking radio. Radio is one of those things that I feel like it's amazing from like a brand standpoint, right? It helps you to win listings too. We definitely have, when we started it, we saw our like a website traffic pickup, but to truly say they came from radio, maybe that's a lack on our end as far as digging deep enough to truly find out where the lead came from. It's for us, it's tough to track. Heard you on the radio.
Because
I think we're not asking that next question, you know?
Well,
so for us, you know, it's actually very inexpensive, you know, and as long as we can make sure we're just breaking even, it's a win-win because again, the brand awareness is huge.
That's awesome. Yeah, radio here in Cali is way too fucking much, and I am not gonna do it. Yeah,
ours is like it's actually way less expensive than what I would expect it ever be.
Okay, good. Yeah, go all in. Yes.
Yeah,
I've,
no, it's
right?
yeah. Probably should do more of it, to be honest with you.
How about billboards? You guys got any?
We do not. We did a year with billboards and got. I mean, I couldn't even track back one lead from billboard, which is crazy because and I was ripping off of what everyone else was doing as far as the look of the billboards and trying different things. I think it really just depends on I think it's market specific, just like anything else.
It is.
Billboard is very expensive here too if you're in the city. So I was being cheap and I was putting them a little bit on the outskirts. Because I mean, it was obnoxious the price of the billboards here. If you're in like city limits. Oh, crazy. And I just couldn't justify that. I was like, I'm not going to test this thing out to hopefully get business from it at that expense. So yeah, we did it for a year, took it down.
Yeah, I'm about 6 months in, and the reason I was sitting with one of my friends who's the top team in Arizona, and
Yeah.
he asked me, he's all, are there any agents in Sacramento with billboards? And I said, no. We're talking about DJ and
Interesting.
Lindsay. Shout out to DJ. Damn it, DJ, I had to give you a shout out. But we're talking about DJ
This
and
is
Lindsay,
your show. Come on.
and he goes, you should do a bunch. So I did. And yeah, we got a couple listings, but it's hard to track too, right? And
Yeah.
they're 10 to 15 grand
here.
each.
How much?
10 to 15 grand each.
Yeah, exactly here. And yeah, for like one location, I mean, I'm not willing to throw that out here. It's there's not a lot of agents that do it, but there is one. I'm not about to give another agent a shout out on your show. Talking about me right now. But there's an agent that's in a lot of different states, and he goes heavily on billboard, and so he has a lot of billboards here in this market. So
yeah, so that's hard to compete with when somebody has it set up. I thought that I would be the only one, and it made a splash. It had everybody talk more shit than they already do. So I guess that was a win.
Right, it's a win, right? People are talking about you, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah. How long have you been like in that coaching environment with Jonathan?
Yeah. Only I've been coaching with John for almost a year now. It was end of November. So I guess maybe about what, maybe 7 to 8 months, maybe. Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It kind of fills my bucket. I'm one of those people I love to see, someone come to me and they're having whatever issues and I'm able to like help them like implement and hey, put this into place and just give them like tactical, information. So I enjoy it. I love it.
Yeah, good. How about events? Do you go to lots of events?
No.
Well, you have
zero. Yeah, I really don't. I'll be honest with you, even before having a lot of kids, I didn't.
Not a lot. You have young kids. Not a lot.
I mean, I have 4. I mean, I'm getting up there. I'm close to being the Brady Bunch here. Yeah, no, I even before having, I guess the 3 littles, I didn't go to a lot of events. I'm one of those people. I feel like you can't do everything. So like focus on what like helps you to be successful and just pour all into it, And I don't know about you, but I think it's silly. Maybe now where we're focused really on recruiting, but in the past where we weren't, our team wasn't focused on recruiting, going to an event where it's just a lot of other agents, like why? I didn't see the benefit there. I do now, right? And that's something we just hired like a director of growth a couple weeks ago, and she's all about going to those events, right? And meeting people and meeting other agents. But yeah, I've never been a big event person or going to events. We host them, but I don't go to them.
Yeah, I've been a road warrior for a while, and I think for me, it just allowed me to make connections with people, right? That have, I think, are in my perspective, have like increased the opportunities that I've been.
And when you said events, I was thinking small picture. I was thinking locally here in my
like
masterminds, like I was thinking little. Well, so as far as going to like mastermind events, and I definitely have been to a lot of them. I at one point we were with Keller Williams. I went to a lot of their events, and I have a private group I'm a member of, and I do their mastermind. I try to go to their those masterminds like twice a year. when we have those private masterminds. But yeah, it's all about like just sharing information and leveling up. And I know I come back from them and feeling like, you know, energized and hey,
Yes.
let's do this. I'm an implementer. I'm like, let's go. So I guess I'm everything. I'm a visionary and implementer. I'm like, let's make this happen. So yeah, no, I love those type of masterminds. Yeah, I thought you meant like small, like hey,
Oh yeah, no, I don't get a chance to go to the local ones either, but I do see the
Yeah.
value in it.
No.
You said an implementer and visionary. Are you running EOS?
We are not. That is one thing I know that at a recent mastermind we were at together that was brought up, and we are not. I think
Me
I need
neither. Don't
You're
feel
not
bad.
okay.
Don't
Okay,
feel bad.
Yeah, I'm like, am I missing out? Yeah, I mean, maybe it's something we'll look into eventually, but I mean,
Have you read those books?
no, I'm
So
horrible when it comes to reading.
what
I start a book
do
and
you
I get
listen
in
to
10
books?
pages. You said what?
Do you listen to books or just neither?
No, I get the screaming kids in my car. Come on.
There's
Like,
screaming kids in my house right now. Yeah.
there's no listening. What are you talking about? No, I mean that's yeah. I always have big goals for myself. That I'm gonna read a book a month. Yeah, I haven't read a book in the last couple of years, which is so bad. I know.
It's hard. It's hard. Well,
It's hard.
here's the thing: is don't feel special that you don't read either, because most of us, I have a pile of unfinished books on every surface in my house. There's one here. There's two here, right? So
I finally brought all my books into the office, and we started like a bookshelf of books. Pretty much, they probably all originally belonged to Angie, where she read like seriously 10 pages out of each. That's all I got. So they're now to share with everyone. Just helping the team.
Well, if you ever get into EOS, he has that book Traction, right?
Yeah.
But see, like for me, is I'm reading Expert Secrets right now. But the only way that I'm getting through it is I'm reading it, I'm listening to it, and I'm doing the online course all at the same time.
Will you send me the cliff notes, please, whenever you're done?
Yes, I will. Yes, good. So, so what advice do you have for the agents out there who like want to be successful and come up and be like Angie Cole?
Yeah, I love that your show's called it's called The Hustling Agent. Is that right?
The Hustling Agent. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you legit have to hustle. So, I mean, I talk about like my freedom right now, right? Where, I really don't work even evenings and weekends anymore. I might grab a call here and there to help someone out, but, let's like rewind to where I started. I mean, one time I remember I counted and I had worked like 12 days straight and like long days, out there, like busting my ass, showing homes, going on listing appointments. I also I saw a post like a good 10 years ago of a whiteboard, and it was just myself, and I had just hired my first admin when I broke off and started Realty. She was just about to start with us. She was my mom, actually. But at that time,
is your mom an agent too?
So my mom's now an agent, and when she joined the team, so I started the team in October 2016. She started with us, I think, like February 2017, like super quick.
Cool.
But she was admin, so she was with us as an admin for 5 years. Moved away. We didn't have like remote at that time. That wasn't a thing within our team. But then since she's got her license, and now she's like in our coastal region as an agent. But
cool.
Yeah, there's like a board, like a whiteboard, and I mean, there was, I think, upwards of, I think, like 40, like pending, or maybe there was like 25 pending contracts. Showed like all of my closings that year. I think I had like 13 active listings, like doing it on my own. Like it was just insane. But I mean, I was like out there and hustling, and also was a single mom.
Wow.
So, you have to put the work in. I mean, it's not like rocket science. Like you legit, like, people get their license, I think, because they're excited about the flexibility and like running my own business and the freedom. And guys, that doesn't exist. Like when you get into business, like you have to like just show up every day and I mean be all in order to eventually get to our level where you can actually have a day off, right? So
yes, good. Yes, work your ass off. Follow
Yeah.
up. Do everything that everyone tells you to do because they're all right. The people that have
Yeah.
done it, and like your
100%.
bosses, the managers, coaches,
Yeah.
the podcast people, like just do it.
Yep. Yep.
Good. So if
100%.
anybody has a deal to send you in Raleigh,
Raleigh. I've already got talking about this. Not Raleigh. Raleigh.
if anybody has a deal to send you in Raleigh, it's really hard for me to say that, Raleigh. Then, how do they reach you?
Yeah. So we, by the way, we cover the triangle, so North Carolina, the triangle, all the way to the East Coast. So we actually cover a huge area. So Triangle, Fayetteville, all the way to the East Coast of North Carolina. So you can actually call me directly. My cell phone number is 919-538-6477. Or of course, visit us online at acolerealty.com. That's ACOLEREALTY.com. If you want to follow me, of course, on Instagram, it's just Acole Realty. Just kind of all my usernames as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Good getting to know you. Period. And we'll see you at an event soon, right?
Awesome. Sounds good. Look forward to it.